group of you?
Sorry,
I didn't bring my camera. On the forehead of the person on your left.
Wait, what?
Take your right leg and place it over the left leg of the person on your right.
Let's go!
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
במחנות קדושים וטהורים, כזוהר כימירים ומסירים, לנשמת אחינו ואחיותינו, 6 מיליונים בישראל.
Kind of say the same thing every time, which is I have no idea what to say standing outside 2 gas chambers. What does one say? If people built rooms of death, rooms to murder massive amounts of people, and not just people, but Jewish people. Because even though others are murdered at times in gas chambers, they were created specifically to murder Jews. Memoir of a survivor. I immediately thought of this place. So since then I've been reading it. Well, it gives me a little bit his words. So I'd like to read it for you. And I'm going to ask Avidan to share the story with us. Never has there been such suffering. 6 million were murdered, a third of all Jews, 10 times 600,000 of our Jewish brethren. And this killing was unique, for in front of the gas chambers, the Jews were stripped of their clothing, and they were pushed one into the other into the chambers, and flesh met with flesh. And thus it was that all of them became martyrs, at a single moment when they cried out Shema Yisrael, and returned their pure souls to God in heaven. Joined to one another, pushed together and inseparable. There were no differences between them, between rich and poor, between the learned and the scholars and the ignoramuses, between the noblest and the lowliest. Every person felt that he was a half, and that together they represented the shekel by the standard of the holy shekel, and they paid this half shekel with their lives.
So I spent the last week in Israel, and I spent some time with my grandfather, who's a survivor of Auschwitz and other labor camps. And one of the things that he told me is that in other camps there wasn't a window like this where someone could look in. There was someone who was sent to turn on the gas before going into the chamber, before everyone was put in, and then that person had to turn it off when the deed was done. And what my Saba said was that the way this man knew to turn off the gas was that he could no longer hear people saying Shema Yisrael in their last moments.
Let me come a little bit closer. Come a little closer now. Maybe to remember those victims, to remember those holy martyrs. The memorial, say we'll never forget. We'll make that ultimate declaration of being Jewish. We said it in a couple places in Tikochin and this morning in the shul. Maybe together Avidan will lead us in the Shema. One strong Shema for those people, for those tens of thousands who died here. But we know we actually if there's any kind of nechama, any kind of comfort, that we are their future. We are their future. It will never be forgotten. You ready? Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Kadima Ein Zion Sophia Tikvateinu, Hatikva Bashot